God works in mysterious ways. He's shown that to me many times throughout my life, and actually right now, which I will tell you about. Now, to start our conversation, let me give you a verse. Mark 9:35. Sitting down, Jesus called the 12 and the 12 apostles. Jesus called the 12 and said, "Anyone who wants to be first must be the very last and the servant of all." After hearing this, for so many years I struggled with it. I didn't know what it truly meant. What do you mean the first must be last and the last must be first servant of all? It confused me so much. But over the course of my basketball career and over the course of my life, my 18 years spent on earth, I've truly learned what this verse means. Now, to give you the context of how I understood it, I'll give you a little bit of my backstory. From my freshman to senior year, there has been so many changes in my basketball career. As a freshman and sophomore, barely got any playing time on varsity. Then, in my junior year, I truly discovered what it means to be a great basketball player, and I realized that a lot of what was stopping me was my mind. It was myself. And thank God for revealing these truths to me. And I actually put my faith in Christ in the summer of my sophomore year, so I find that timing to be quite interesting. Anyway, I truly had to learn what this verse meant because in my senior year, after scoring 410 points in my junior year, I injured my shoulder. I broke my shoulder in the last scrimmage before the regular season. At one point, I thought I was first. I was the MVP of my team. I thought I was first. First team all conference. It's in the name. One of the best shooters in my conference. I thought I was first. But it turns out all these earthly things can be taken from us just like that. And I was no longer first. I was last. I was sitting on the bench watching my team play.
It's Mark Hallman. Mark, I'm sorry. I was reading the wrong name. Mark, thanks for stopping by, Mark.
Thank you for having me.
So, has it been tough for you to kind of have to sit and watch? I'm already shaking your head. Tell us about how you've kind of had to deal with this situation with the injury.
Oh, it's been tough. I mean, trying to deal with being on the sidelines is weird for me. I hate not being able to play, but I've had to play my role, and that has been just helping out, being a good leader when I can, and just try to be a good morale guy for the team.
How much of a downer was it to have that happen in the preseason, in a scrimmage game like that, when you were pretty much probably already thinking ahead, right, to the regular season?
Oh yeah, man, that was rough. I've already had people yelling at me, telling me, "Why did you dive at that ball?" But I can only play one way, and that's 100%.
Exactly.
And through that time, I finally understood what this verse meant. If I want to be first, I have to serve. I have to serve my teammates. I have to cheer them on during the games while I'm on the sidelines. I have to root for them. I have to give them advice whenever they need it. I need to be a leader off the court. I had to learn all these things. The reason why I'm telling you all this is because God could be testing you in this way. You may not have a good game one day. You may miss all your shots. You may play terrible on defense. But through all that, instead of focusing on your own suffering, you could focus on being a good teammate, being a leader, helping others out, making up for it on the other end. See, God doesn't want us to sit here and be sorry for ourselves. He wants us to be grateful for the opportunity He has given us. That is why He might be putting you through hard situations, or maybe you had an injury, or maybe you're going through a slump. This could be a test. And let me tell you something, through every test, through every struggle, through all of our suffering, we can learn something on the other side. And that was the lesson that I gained through my broken shoulder. And I'm still recovering. Still hurts. Something that my brother once taught me was this. I was struggling through the hardest part of the season. We had a 7-game losing streak in my junior year of high school basketball. And I blamed it on myself. I blamed it all. I took on all the blame because I felt like if I did better, if I scored 30 points every game, we wouldn't have lost those games. And yeah, in theory, I'm right. But we can't control everything sometimes. But my brother said this to me. He said, "Mark, God gives His strongest warriors the toughest battles." And that hit me like a truck, dude. Man, I really felt that to my core. There's something about it. And my brother, maybe without even realizing it, said something that was so wise beyond belief. God will put you through hell on earth to form you into the person He wants you to become. And as humans, we love to avoid that. We want to turn away from that transformation because it hurts. Right? You know how gold is purified? It goes through the fire. And you know what else is fascinating about gold? You know how to tell if gold is pure. You can see your reflection in it. And I believe that God sees us as gold in a lot of ways. He will put us through the fire to purify us, but through that fire, by the end of the flames, we reflect Him. So the next time you're going through that struggle, the next time you're beating yourself up because you didn't play well or something negative happens, remember this. If everything in your life is going perfect, and if you have no struggles, it's amazing, you have never failed in your life, you're not working hard enough. Because every great success has a lot of failures along the way. Comparison is the thief of joy. That is a fact. And something that's been on my mind recently has been that Cooper Flagg is the same exact age as me. And he's playing amazing basketball. That boggles my mind. I was jealous of his success, and that's no good. We don't want jealousy in our lives. So instead, I decided to think, you know what? Cooper Flagg has his own basketball journey. I don't want his basketball journey. I want Mark Hallman's basketball journey. That was another lesson I've had to learn. My story and your story are completely different, and that's okay. You might end up with more success by the end of your basketball career than I have, or maybe vice versa. But what truly is success in basketball? We have to define it. To me, I used to believe success was all the accolades and the awards, but take a look at this. This is my MVP award. I wanted this so badly before I got it. And I remember it was such a sobering moment once I got it, because in my mind, all I could think was, now what? And now it's just been collecting dust on a shelf. I'm grateful for it because it symbolizes the hard work that I put in, and it's a symbol of my achievement, but I value the fun I had more, and I value the experience of it more. And it's shifted the way I think about the game of basketball. And I want that philosophy to be brought onto you. There may be a time when you can't play basketball anymore, whether it be an injury or just you get too old. One day you're going to play your last basketball game. And let me tell you something, you're not going to look back and think, oh, remember that MVP trophy I had? No, you're going to think, yo, remember that one game where it was tied going into overtime? That's what you'll remember. I hope this video was valuable to you, and if you want to learn how to become a more confident basketball player, click here. But as always, keep God first. Stay blessed, bro. Yo, KG1 hoodies, top link in the description. You can get one for yourself. Look at this. Oh, yeah. See you.